Well, good morning, everybody. Look, man, it's Fred, Fan View, Real Fans Talk Sports. Now, I know I was like most fans that was going to wake up this morning, and the storyline or the headline was going to be the NBA Summer League. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, the earthquake that happened out there in Las Vegas. But we got some Woj bombs, boy. Yeah, we got the bomb this morning. Like most fans, I'm on the Central Timeline, and guess what happened around 2 o'clock Central Time? My phone started to go off. We finally got the news. Kawhi Leonard is going to Los Angeles. But it's not going to be coming to Laker. Clipper. And right behind that, the blockbuster trade. Paul George to Los Angeles. Clippers. Bombs. You gotta love the NBA. You gotta love the NBA. You gotta love it. Why is you gotta love the NBA? Because the NBA is the only actual dominant league where player movement, top players and their movement actually happens. Think about the NFL. How many quarterbacks do you see change teams? How long Tom Brady's been a Patriot? How long now Drew Brees has been the same? How long was Peyton Manning a Colt before becoming a Denver? Typically, you don't. How long has Larry Fitzgerald, or for that matter, Patrick Peterson, been a Cardinal? You get player movement, but not at the top. Those typically stay the same, but not the NBA. Over the past 2 seasons, we had LeBron James change teams. This offseason, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Al Horford, D'Angelo Russell. I just named you top 20 players in the league. All change teams. The NBA now officially has balance. For the first time, I think in the past, at least this decade, we are going to have as fans the opportunity to say, you know what, we don't know who's making it to the finals, nor do we know who's going to win it. Ever since LeBron James joined the Miami Heat back in 2010, we had an idea of who was going to make it to the finals and what team would win it. It's been a decade long where as fans we could predict the NBA champion. It's the first season in a decade. Can't predict this champion. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, ends up in Los Angeles, but not with the Lakers, but for the Clippers. Wow. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Lakers. And the Lakers made some different transitions. I made a post that I thought Danny Green was going to follow Kawhi Leonard. Danny Green ended up becoming a Laker like I suggested, but Kawhi Leonard became a Clipper. They both ended up in Los Angeles. Now, if you're a Los Angeles, native today, you got to be excited about pro sports in Los Angeles. You got to be excited. Think about this if you're a native of Los Angeles. You got the Clippers with their big-time move. You got the Lakers trading for Anthony Davis and getting their roster together. Think about the Rams. Think about the Chargers. The Dodgers got the best record in all of MLB. Man, if you're a native of Los Angeles, this got to be an all-time high for pro sports in Los Angeles. Or they're fighting for ticket sales. They're fighting for customers. Everyone's making moves. You got to be excited if you're native of Los Angeles right now for pro sports. Great things are happening. Great things are happening. But this move now officially brings balance to the NBA. This officially balances the NBA out. And it's exciting. Why? Because this is a league where the top players actually move. This ain't a league where top players retire just for one team no more. Top player will move. Kevin Durant left the best organization and best team in basketball by joining the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving left a historical franchise in the Boston Celtics to join KD in Brooklyn. Kawhi Leonard just won an NBA Finals and left Canada to join the Clippers. Paul George gets traded to the Clippers with a historic deal. We're talking about 2 players, I think Shaq, Alexander, and Gallinari, and 5 first-round picks. The Anthony Davis trade to Los Angeles. D'Angelo Russell getting traded from the Nets to the Warriors. Kemba Walker going to that historic franchise and ball. The NBA has gotten better and more balanced, and you got to be excited for it. The NBA offseason has now officially become an event. For the next, I think, few seasons now, the NBA free agency is an event, and the NBA has gotten better for it. The headline today was supposed to be the Summer League. Go check the attendance. I'm quite sure it let ESPN in its ratings today. That Summer League game with the Pelicans versus the New York Knicks. That was going to be our headline today. That probably led ESPN in all ratings throughout all the TV shows throughout the day, yesterday. Clippers say, They made that out. If you're a person who loves the NBA, you got to be happy about today. Parity has officially happened. I remember watching the NBA in the 90s where the NBA typically had a two-star team. Like the team really had 2 stars and a bunch of great supporting cast. That's kind of what we're seeing now. Kawhi Leonard Paul George, 2 stars. It's going to be a supporting cast organization from that point on. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, 2 stars, rest going to be supporting cast. Look at the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving, KD, 2 stars, but the rest of the team are going to be built around supporting cast. Start to look around the NBA. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, rest of the organization built around a bunch of great supporting cast. Think about the team that are going to be competitive. Now, you look at the Golden State Warriors, it's back to Steph and Klay, and the rest are supporting cast. You got, obviously, you're going to have the situation out there in Philly. Embiid and Simmons, and the rest are going to be supporting cast. Milwaukee, Chris Middleton, Giannis, the rest going to be supporting cast. You're going to have the same thing in Dallas with Luka Doncic and Porzingis, and the rest going to be supporting cast. The NBA is starting to look like how I remembered it in the 90s. 2-star teams with a bunch of great supporting cast. See, now what I'm starting to love about this is that coaching will start to make the determining factor if you can win a championship or not. Front office decisions. I love to watch a sport when coaching is a deciding factor if you can win or not. We really haven't really seen that the first time this decade. Miami had Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. We kind of had an idea they're going to be in the finals. When the Golden State Warriors acquired Kevin Durant, we kind of realized that Steve Kerr, he's probably not going to be the best coach in the league. He got to be probably the best motivator, but coaching to decide if that organization was going to get to the finals. We kind of had an idea they were going to get to the finals. Coaching will start to decide the matter. Parity is in the league now. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George going to the Clippers made the NBA better. It brought balance. It's letting people know that, hey, listen, it's a 2-star league with great supporting cast. Now, I know a lot of y'all thinking, some of y'all feel bad for Westbrook. Hey, man, I suggest you recommend and suggest your trade too. Take you and your $70 million over the next 2 years and find how you get to Miami with Paul George. With Kawhi Leonard. Not Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler at least. Figure it out. We know you're not going to win down there in Oklahoma City by yourself. That's my video for this morning, man. Listen, congratulations to Paul George. Congratulations for Kawhi Leonard, man, becoming Clippers. If you're a Los Angeles native, man, you got to be very excited about your pro sports teams right now. I think you guys are running the country when it comes to pro sports as far as excitement. But that's my video, man.